Hey there, it's Laura Godwin, your Scentsy Superstar Director, and right now I'm coming to you with an idea for leadership of love. So I am getting out of my comfort zone. I'm about to share a story with you that very few people know, but I'm sitting here thinking that just because I've never heard something trained on doesn't mean that it doesn't need to be said. So I'm going to say it. We can't be effective leaders if we're walking around feeling a little guilty. We also can't be effective leaders if our families aren't 100% behind us. I'm going to share a story with you that's going to probably shock you. A little bit after I became a Scentsy girl, I was on our way to church on Wednesday night. I had been in Scentsy for 6 months. I had just hit director. I was on cloud 9. I was stressed. I was working 6 days a week, 70 hours a week. I had a toddler. Well, at this point, I think he had just turned 3. And I can remember walking to the car, and I could tell something was on my husband's heart. We got in the car, and on the way to church, he leveled with me. He wanted me to stop selling Scentsy. I was like, what is wrong with this guy? Like, he has lost his mind. And so I was like, I didn't say that out loud, but out loud I said, really? What's going on? What's up? And he said, I miss the old Laura. I miss, not always having Scentsy on your heart, on your mind. You're forgetting things. There's, so much stress, and I just miss the old you. And I thought to myself, this guy he's crazy. And I'm going to talk to my Scentsy director about this. And so that's what I did. So I called my director that night and I said, Stephanie, can you believe what this guy said? And I just fully expected her to side with me. But I'm going to tell you what she said, and I hope that it packs a punch and makes you think about Scentsy through the eyes of your special people too. Okay? This is what she said. She said, when is the last time that Scentsy did something for your husband? And when is the last time that Scentsy blessed your son's life? And I couldn't think of anything. Yeah, I paid the bills with my Scentsy check. He saw the paychecks. I shared with him. I mean, it went for our family's funds, right? But I couldn't name one thing that Scentsy had ever done for Marcus. Not in any of the entire time since I started. I couldn't name one thing that Scentsy had done for my child. And so I set out on a new journey, and it's a journey that I'm still on to this day. Yeah, I don't perfectly find balance in a perfect way, and some days I'm way more Scentsy than I should be, but it changed something in me, and it made me try to always find that balance and try to see Scentsy through the eyes of the people that mean the most to me in life. I got up the next morning. My husband was off work, and I just took him. I told them to get ready. I didn't tell them where I was going, and I drove them both to the nearest Edwin Watts golf shop that was about an hour and 15 minutes away. I didn't tell them that that's where we were going. I just drove them. And when we pulled up into the parking lot, my husband was like, what are we doing here? And I walked in. They were walking in behind me, and I very sweetly told the guy that greeted us that my husband and my son were going to pick out a set of golf clubs each, that they could pick out whatever they wanted, and that Scentsy was going to pay for it. And that guy thought that I was the coolest thing. I mean, like the best customer he had all year. And my husband and my son, they thought that Scentsy was the most awesome thing that Mommy had ever decided to do. It changed things. Now, that was the beginning of something amazing, because from then on I tried to constantly, every month, sometimes every week, I tried to look at what they were seeing when they saw Mommy running out to do a home party. They shouldn't be left with sandwiches. They should be left with the best meal of the week. When Mommy was at a team meeting, they would sometimes come home and there would be a note and their favorite candy bar under their pillow that said, sorry, I'm not going to be able to crawl in bed with you guys tonight, but thank you so much for letting me go and do this home party, or letting me go and do this team meeting. I can't wait for this weekend. We're going to have a family bowling night, or, just different things. I want to make it worth their while. They're sacrificing so that I can do this. What can I do to let them know that I appreciate it? And I want to challenge you guys to look at Scentsy through the eyes of the people that, you know, are in your home and the people that mean the most to you, because this thing is way bigger than just this paycheck. And sometimes we see the inspiring people, we hear the statistics, we are on these leadership calls, we are, you know, at these events where we get pumped up and inspired and we're ready to tackle the world. Our families aren't at these events, guys. They don't see the future and how sparkly and awesome things are going to be. All they see is that mommy's gone to do a home party again, and the laundry's piling up, and the toilets aren't getting clean like they used to before Scentsy, and mommy's always at the computer, and she's always got the phone attached to her hand, and this and that, you know. So I want to challenge you to not learn the hard way like I had to learn. Don't wait for that moment where your husband's telling you to junk the awesome and drop Scentsy, and, you know, try to learn to, from my bad experience, try to learn how to find that balance, and it's going to be worth it. You don't have to go and buy them a set of golf clubs, but little things that you can do to show them that, you know, your mom first, your wife first, and you appreciate what they're doing to let you chase this dream of yours. Now, I'm going to share with you a fun recipe that I use on my Scentsy nights. And anytime my husband comes home and smells this cooking, they get quite excited. They're like, woo, we're having roast. So, and my husband's like, so this means you're going to do a home party, or this means you've got a team meeting or a conference call tonight. And I'm like, yep. But I try to reserve this recipe just for those nights that I am going to be going and doing something Scentsy and I'm not going to be home. They actually, I think they look forward to me doing Scentsy just for the hopes that they're going to get this recipe more often. I'm going to share it with you, and I hope you're men, and if you're a Scentsy mister, I hope that, you know, you find some way to communicate love and appreciation for the people that mean the most to you on this journey as well. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this leadership of love. Do not allow yourself to feel guilty. Work through that guilt. Don't let the ones that you love the most have to sacrifice the most. You can do this together. You can make it worth their while, and you will lead with so much more love when you don't lead from a place of guilt. I hope that this has been a blessing, and I'll share that recipe. All right, bye for now.